The only way out is through. Hey, you, how's it going? How are you? Welcome to this, your Tuesday edition of the show. Yeah, your Tuesday. Like every day that goes by, that's another step that you are taking forward. You're doing awesome. Hang in there. You got this. You are a badass. And if you need something, if you need to talk, if there's anything I can do for you to make your Tuesday better, hit me up. I'm here with you. I'm here for you. At ADSXE. It's where you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at ADSXE. Put it in your phone now in case you need it later. So it's not any old Tuesday. No, it's Tuesday, the 4th of January. And if you are like me and a lot of people I know, right around this time of year tends to be a do or not do moment for you. Here's the thing. You get to the end of the year, you start looking down the barrel of another one, and you start thinking, I would like things to be different. I would like to make changes. Some people call them resolutions. But you start looking at how you want the next 12 months to play out and how you want them to be different from the previous 12 months. And you go, all right, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, no messing around. I am setting some goals, and I am getting after them. But this fourth day of the year tends to be a do or do not do moment for a lot of us because, January 1st, that was a Saturday. I'm recovering. I'm certainly not going to do that thing that I promised myself I was going to do today. No, I'm going to wait. Saturday, I'll start on Monday. Oh man, Monday, first day back at work after the holiday weekend. Ooh, that's hard. What was I thinking? Trying to start something new on Monday? The first Monday back? No, pshaw, absolutely not. I'll give it till Tuesday. And we're here. We're at that moment where if you don't take some action on it, chances are you're not gonna, at least for the next 12 months until you start thinking about this sort of thing again. You might be very different. You might be a lot more disciplined. I'm just telling you how my situation plays out more often than not. And I don't even really make New Year's resolutions. I'm not a big believer in waiting until December 31st to set goals and get after them. I'm a big believer in doing things now. And I'm a big believer in taking action as soon as possible after you set that goal, whether it's in July, January, September, whatever the case may be. And I like to take action on stuff pretty quickly because, well, AD is more than just a clever nickname. It's more than just short for Adrian. I've been blessed and cursed by ADD my entire life. On the one hand, it makes my mind work a certain way. On the other hand, it makes me easily distracted. And if I don't make some sort of move toward a goal, pretty much the second I make that goal, I'm going to see something shiny. I'm going to see a squirrel, and 6 months later, I'm going to go, that thing that I really should have done, didn't do it. How'd that happen? So I like to take action. I like to write things down. The only way I get through life is with a to-do list that I make every single day. A buddy of mine years ago was in a program. He had been clean and sober for many years. And he said a big part of his way of life was that to-do list. He said when he was at his absolute rock bottom as an addict, making a to-do list every single day and crossing the items off of the to-do list made him feel like he had some forward momentum in his life. And he said at first it was just little things. It was doing little things like brushing your teeth, showering, washing your face, getting dressed, going out, going to the unemployment office, applying for a job, little things. And, well, he kept that going until the time he left us when he was senior vice president of a really big company. And, well, this guy, if you're listening and you've been part of the record industry for a while, you might know him, a guy called Ricky Lee. This guy was sort of, I guess, people use that word mentor. He wasn't a mentor to me as much as he was like family. He was like that supportive uncle that you really, really wish you had. And he was that to me. And when I was young and a mess and trying to figure out my way in the world, he was like, make a to-do list. It'll do wonders for your self-esteem. It'll start small. It'll get big. So that's what I do. When I set a goal, it goes on the to-do list so I don't forget it and I remember to take some sort of action on it. And it's a good reminder that everything, no matter what it is you want to do in life, starts with a first step. And, well, you can think about it, you can talk about it, you can imagine how it would be if you did it. But until you start doing it, it's not going to happen. I think that's one of the things that is so gratifying and disheartening about exercise. You want to get in shape? Literally no one else can do that for you. It's you. It's your body. It's your decision. It's your decision to move it. It's your decision to walk, get in the gym, do whatever the hell it is that is going to take you to get you from A to B, but nobody else can do that for you. And when you've done it, nobody can take that from you. It's an interesting one. Like I said, the only way out is through. And I was reminded of that by an amazing set of messages that I got from a listener called Carolynn. One of the most inspiring things I've ever read, because Carolynn went through something absolutely devastating, something that could have caused her to stop, something that could have caused her to stop putting one foot in front of the other, especially given everything of that's happened over the last couple of years. She said, "My husband died unexpectedly, 2/11/20, at the ripe young age of 52. As you can imagine, the grief and lockdown was a living nightmare. Your posts were there for me. Just know I'm here for you. Grief sucks." And grief, I think, is like most of the worst things that we go through. The only way out is through. I was thinking of Carolynn and hoping and praying for strength as she journeyed through what she's been dealing with. The loss of a husband, the loss of a partner, the loss of another half. And talking to her about this was such an inspiration to me, such a reminder to me that you have to keep moving no matter what the circumstances are, whether that's a New Year's resolution or whether you've had some sort of disaster in life. You got to keep going. You got to take action. You got to take action now. She said, "I'm doing fairly well. I talked to a grief therapist. I have a good group of friends. The holidays are hard. But I made a decision earlier this month that I wasn't going to spend the month being sad. It's my birthday, his birthday, Christmas. It's a lot. I miss him so very much, but I must live on." She must, you must, we all must. Life continues. Life goes on. She said the biggest life lesson is that life is all about experiences and memories. That's it. I'm grateful for all the memories we made over 28 years. Life is about saying yes nowadays. The worst thing about widowhood is that absolutely no one understands except for other widows. And this is especially hard when you're younger, since you get to be the first to go through it. She said, "It's like I crossed a line. There's no going back. I just have to wait for others to join me on the other side of it." I thought to myself, how incredibly strong and smart this woman is to see her life this way. Life will go on. It'll be different, but it will go on. You know all of this. You do, but it's inspiring when someone says it. It's inspiring when someone reminds you of it. And she messaged me a little while back on a day that was his birthday. And she said, "This is how I wished him a happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday, Sean. I want you to know I'm okay. I miss you so very much, but I am okay. I know you want me to be happy and live my life. I'm trying. It's not the same without you. You are my anchor in this world, and now I am lost at sea, but I'm learning to navigate by the stars and find my way. I love you, and I live on the faith that we'll meet again." One of the most beautiful, strong things I've ever heard. Amazing. Truly amazing to me. And it reminded me of the fact that no matter what we're going through, and at that time, I was going through a lot with my father, still am, but at that time I was mired in it. I was deep in it. I was in a I was in a hospital room as he was clinging to life, doing these podcasts as he slept, hoping he would make it to the next day, hoping he would get stable, hoping I'd be able to get him onto a plane, hoping I could I was in it. And, well, I got strength from Carolyn and her attitude toward life. It goes on. And everything, no matter what it is you're trying to do, whether it's getting over the tragic and untimely loss of a loved one, someone who is half of your entire world, whether it's trying to figure out how the hell you're going to get your father out of a foreign country hospital room and back to America for treatment, whether it's you trying to get into the gym, whether it's you trying to eat better, whether it's you trying to live your life differently in terms of your relationships, whether you're trying to make a move at work, whether you're trying to better your circumstances for you and your family. All these things, they're all mountains to climb. These New Year's resolutions, I think, can be informed by an attitude like Carolynn's. These determinations you make for your life can be informed by an attitude like Carolynn's. Her attitude, her strength, her spirit of moving forward, her recognition that she is lost at sea without her better half, her husband, but is learning to navigate by the stars. That life goes on. It'll be different, but it goes on. Her attitude, well, it applies to the big stuff, like what she's gone through. But it applies to the little things as well. Nothing's going to happen if you don't take that first step. Nothing's going to change unless you make that move. Nothing is going to get better unless you say to yourself, what I've been doing up to this point is not working. I got to do something else. And all those things are scary in their own way. We all have so much stuff wrapped up in where we are in life right now. I am definitely learning to navigate by the stars. 17 years doing the same thing. I am unemployed. I am in day 2 of my new normal. I spent the last 6 weeks getting my dad back to America. I got home. I kind of collapsed for a few days. New Year's hit. I took it easy. And now Monday rolled around. And I made a to-do list. By the way, that to-do list thing, trust me on this. It really, really helps. It was the only way I got through my father's medical situation. Every single day I would go, I would talk to his doctors. I would write down everything I needed to in this little notebook. I would then make a to-do list of all the things that I had to get done, whether it was calling an embassy to try and set up healthcare for when he returned to America, whether it was liaising with a medical supply company and trying to figure out how fast they could get me a pacemaker battery and what country I had to be in to get it. That to-do list got me through, helped make a mountain into a bunch of smaller steps. Crossing them off as I took each step was, a big part of how I did something that seemed insurmountable at the time. But I'm here. I'm learning how to navigate by the stars. Yesterday, Monday, was day 1 of my new normal. Like I said, I'm in a very different situation now than I have been for the last 17 years. I've never been unemployed before. I've always had like 10, 15 jobs. And now here I am doing what all unemployed radio personalities do, starting a podcast. And I really love it. And I hope it can be a part of what I do long term. But if you are like me, if you are starting 2022 differently, than the last year has been, or in my case, the last 17 years have been. If you are looking to make changes, if you are forced to make changes, the way I am at the moment, well, it all starts with that one step. The only way out is through. The only way you're getting to the next thing is by taking a step into it. And I don't know what that looks like for you. I don't know what it is you're trying to do, what you're trying to overcome, what you're trying to become. I don't know what you're trying to earn, learn, achieve, or accomplish. But I do know, and this is a daunting, sometimes scary part, that the only way it's going to happen is if you do it. You take that first step. You recognize that things have changed and life not only can go on, must go on. The way Carolynn reminded me. So whatever it is you're trying to do, whatever it is you're trying to earn, learn, achieve, accomplish, or become, I'd love to know. Hit me up. What are your goals? What are your problems? What are your things that seem insurmountable? I started this podcast to share these situations. And I really appreciate hearing from you. I really appreciate knowing what's going on in your life. And like I said, I'm not a shrink. I'm not a doctor. I am in no way, shape, or form qualified to dispense any kind of advice. In fact, there's many things I've done in life where I'd be like, see what I did there? Yeah, do the exact opposite, because I clearly did not get that right. But I do know that talking it out is what has gotten me through a lot. And talking it out is how we're going to get each other through. And talking it out is how we're going to get to the next thing, how we're going to climb that mountain, how we're going to share and grow and achieve together and become what it is we want to become. You can do it. I can do it. Keep telling myself I can do it. And people like Carolynn remind me that no matter what's going on, we can. You can. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for being a part of my radio family. As always, this time that you and I spend together, it's the best part of my day every single day. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Have a great one. Later.